throughout history, there's just this intrigue about past lives, about incarnations, reincarnations. Have we lived before somewhere else? Was it on Earth? Was it on another planet? No one talks about incarnations about other planets, other dimensions. Were we humans? Were we spirits? Were we jinns? Were we demons? Or were we other entities? And what about the future if time doesn't exist? That means our future incarnation, is it already there? Or are we gonna live it in the future? So these are things that humans are always wondering about. It's kind of the key to unlock who you are, because to know who you are, you have to know where you came from and what were you before. But it seems like in this incarnation, at least as a human being, we tend to forget what happened to us in the past. And the purpose is to remember who we are. So let's see what the cards are going to tell us about past incarnations. So consider this as a reading for your past incarnation. What were you in your past incarnation? Let's figure it out. What were you? Spirits, please. Thank you. All right. So, we have Ace of Pentacles. We have Five of Swords, one left card, Ace of Cups. Alright, Queen of Wands, and last but not least, Three of Pentacles. So, and the bottom of the card is the King of Swords. So what I'm having here is that in your past life, you were surrounded by money. There was a lot of money in your life. You had it all. You were also kind of like someone popular, someone, I'm not sure if it's fame, but someone who was a leader, someone who, like an owner of something, like an owner of a business, or if we're talking about past lives, maybe you were the merchants, you were a wealthy merchant and you had a lot of money and you were trading and you were doing business with different cities, with different tribes, and even with different countries. You used to travel and sail the oceans to go to other continents and trade. And you were surrounded by, just here, like I can see that there's just a lot of abundance that was surrounding you. And there was no defeat in your life. There was no trouble. It seemed like everything went smooth. Everything was perfect. Everything just happened to you in a way that just felt good. It's like when sometimes we say people are lucky. You were one of those lucky people. Just everything just happened to you. And here at the bottom of the card, King of Swords, you're basically the king. This for me is a representation of strength, power, and then you had it all. Again, I just want to make sure that this is not someone who's like famous, as in like a real king, but someone with wealth, like some sort of, I see an owner of some business. But this and here, it gave you trouble. This lifetime gave you, towards the end, it gave you trouble. So you had everything. You had the money. You had the success that you wanted. But towards the end of the life, you felt that you couldn't really find your purpose. You didn't realize who you are. It was just physical and material happiness, but there was no fulfillment deep inside. And that's why in this lifetime, you are learning to realize what you need to do to be fulfilled, to transcend this physicality, these physical things that you touch, to transcend them and to figure out what is the real purpose of living. Is there a purpose? Is there a purpose? Maybe there isn't. But if there is a purpose, what is it? Is it to live? Is it to enjoy life? Is it to breathe air? Or is it to change the world? You can't change the world. No one can. People only change if they want to change themselves. So if you can't change the world, what is your purpose? Is it just to work and live and die? Maybe that's your purpose. But in this lifetime is to figure out what is it? What is it that this life means? And spirit, guidance, the universe might send towards you this video as a guidance. It might send towards you these spiritual tools that you're gonna encounter. I hear crystals, tarot, of course, these spiritual concepts. Not religion, because some people get guidance through religion, but in this lifetime you're gonna get guidance through something that's not religious per se, but something that's more philosophical. And you might find the answers. So if you think that you're not having it in this lifetime, that you're struggling, or that you're not having the riches or the successes that you think you should have, it's because you've already had it in your previous life. You already have it. You already lived that. That doesn't lead anywhere. You're going to have it again, and it's not going to lead you anywhere. So in this lifetime, it's about realizing the purpose, for lack of better term, the purpose of why are you here. And that's the Past Life reading. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I hope this helps.